For the love of all that is holy, I do not make $175 million per year. And the fact that any outlet ever would write something so dumb just says to me, we are cooked as cooked can be. TradersUnion.com. It appears to be a real website. My team was looking at it and they're like, this doesn't look like AI. Wrote this story up. Tim Pool highlights revenue gap between Timcast IRL and Stephen Colbert because I made a joke tweet that we do $175 million a year. As the end is nigh, my friends. Now, look, I act flabbergasted, exasperated at such an insane story, but I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly that something was going to happen. And, bro, I've got so little faith in humanity at this point, I don't even know what to do with myself. You know, I like to envision a future where we're colonizing the galaxy and, you know, Alpha Quadrant and the Federation or whatever science fiction nonsense. I want to see humans progress, succeed, become great. But, yo, humans got a lot of dumb ones. I don't know what you do. So let's do this. Let me first show you the story and then explain exactly where we're at and why we're here. I ask of all of you, comment below. Smash the like button. Let me know what you think about this, and don't forget to subscribe. Tim Pool, a prominent commentator and creator of Timcast IRL, has drawn a comparison between the revenue models of his platform and late night Colbert. Pool asserts that Colbert's show, costing around $100 million annually, failed to achieve profitability, indicating a perceived lower value of content. In contrast, Pool highlights that Timcast IRL, with a revenue of $175 million per year, is breaking even. This revelation sheds light on Pool's perspective of the monetary viability of political commentary platforms and the economic dynamics involved. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know how anyone in their right mind took this tweet seriously. Jeez. You know what, man? I'm not even kidding. I'm actually talking with the team about it. Guys, can you actually just post news to my account? Because I'm nuts, okay? Maybe Timcast could be the biggest show ever. I work ridiculously hard. I've clearly got some kind of talent. I don't think I'm the best at this. I think, you know what, I was asked about this for an interview, and they asked me what sets me apart, and I said, hard work. I certainly don't think I'm the best or most talented commentator or the smartest. And I think it's only because I work double shifts every day that I'm in the position I am. Because there are other people who do like one show per week who are way bigger than me. Clearly, they're way more entertaining and way more appealing to people than I am. Yeah, I mean, I'm working double time and still smaller than they are. Before we get started, we got a great sponsor. It is shopbeam.com. This stuff is going to help you fall asleep, my friends. We're constantly pulled in 100 directions between the news, politics, work, and family. And for me, sleep was the first thing to suffer. Trust me, I felt it every day. In fact, I modified my diet a bunch of times, and then, ultimately I just listened to my wife, and she was like, you're not sleeping enough. And I was like, all right, I'll go to sleep. Well, so several months ago, we started using Beam Dream to help with sleep. I haven't looked back. Before Beam, my nights were restless. I'd crash hard, wake up 2 or 3 in the morning with my mind racing. It'd be rough to get back to sleep, but I was probably getting between 6 and 7 hours of sleep, and then I bumped it up to about 8. Shout out to Beam, and it tastes great too, by the way. So now I am getting about 8 hours of sleep every day. I fall asleep quickly right after the show. Usually after the show, we wrap, I go straight to bed. Stay asleep. I wake up. I feel great. No grogginess. I wake up feeling like I have energy. It's fantastic. What I appreciate the most is that it's not some gimmicky quick fix like, other things. Beam Dream is a science-backed blend of magnesium, L-theanine, and other natural ingredients to help your body genuinely relax and recover without leaving you feeling groggy the next morning. It's also got 0 added sugar and just 15 calories. It's already improved over 18 million nights of sleep, including mine. So make sure you guys go to shopbeam.com/TimPool. You get to 35% off if you use that promo code. And I'm just going to throw this in there. The reason why I think, I was having a hard time with recovery and why sleep was so important is I learned about HGH and testosterone production in the male body during certain periods of sleep. And if you're not getting enough REM or deep sleep, then your body is not going to be producing the hormones it needs to actually recover. So that's why I think improving my sleep with the help of Beam especially has made me feel a lot better. So shout out to shopbeam.com. Use promo code TimPool. Click the link in the description below. But here's the tweet. Colbert only costs $100 million per year, and they couldn't make it, proving how little his brand of generic anti-Trump commentary is worth. It only costs $100 million. Timcast IRL is a cool $175 million per year, and we break even. Here's the first comment. Yeah, except you guys receive funding from Russia, which isn't really fair. Hey, not correct. That's a lie. The Culture War podcast is a different company. And they were funded by, had a license deal with Tenet. You know, I was asked about this recently, the Tenet thing again. And I was like, hey, did you guys see in the news that like Travis Kelce got a $30 million a year contract for his once a week show? A reporter asked me like $100,000 per episode. I mean, that's a lot of money, isn't it? And I said, $100,000 per week, you're saying? It's a lot. What's 30 million divided by 52? Okay, next question. I mean, look, it's what is it, 600? What is it? We're doing 30 million. I want to get the exact number. Divided by 52 is $576,923 per week. Okay, so when they come out and they're like, call her daddy sold for $100 million, or they're saying Joe Rogan did 250, and then they're like, but I mean, is your show? Yes, the Culture War podcast is averaging in the top 10 live streams in the country. And we were only getting 100? We got lowballed. I mean, honestly. Anyway, here's one. What are you spending $175 million on? Grok, how much should a podcast like Timcast cost a year to produce? Let's see what it says. Producing a daily podcast with a studio staff, gas costs around $2 to $5 million annually based on industry benchmarks for similar operations. Tim Pool's $175 million revenue claim suggests matching costs to break even, but external estimates places media revenue far lower at around $1 to $2 million per year. See, this is the thing about Grok. It's just, Grok, you are so dumb. Timcast has long, this has been known, we do 8 figures. We're doing a lot of money. And the 2 to 5 million annually actually is not far off. It's a bit more. So Timcast IRL is millions. I don't know the exact number, so I can't just throw it, but it's maybe 5 makes sense. And that's not single salaries. I don't pay myself. I'm not going to talk about how much my salary is, but it's not high relative to everybody else. Don't get me wrong, end of the year profits roll over and then I get it. So I do make a lot of money. But typically the principal cost outside of things is that the expansion, the investment, the growth, all of it's reinvested. So if I was going to like try and stop and just run Timcast IRL, it's probably not wrong to say we could do it around 5 million per year. But we want to grow the business. We want to do more than that. So we invested in the coffee business, which is doing ridiculously well. Boonies is doing ridiculously well. It's funny, too, because with like the skateboarding thing, you get all these people and they're saying, Tim can't even, all these like, dude, he can't even sell a single skateboard. We like sold out of all of our boards over and over and over again. We've done hundreds of thousands in sales. Our Don't Be Gay board is a smashing hit. My guess is they're getting USA money, blah, blah, blah. They should hire you as host of Late Night. Let's see. Honestly, I've never found it to be funny. Okay, seriously, wow, congratulations. Dude, the internet is fake. It's all fake. Pool's latest assessment of profitability in media ventures aligns with his prior evaluations of policy impacts on economic viability, such as his critical analysis of the proposed gambling tax bill, which is blah, blah, blah. Further, his scrutiny of the UK's asset liquidation policy. You know, it's like a British website, I guess. I think we're cooked. I think we're done. Let's view the quotes. Me, who makes less than 40K. If you make $175 million a year for a podcast and you're just break even, you're actually retarded. You read the internet and talk into a microphone. How do you blow 100? I feel like, what am I, 39? 40 years from now, I will go to bed, kiss my wife goodbye, check my messages, hear from my kids. That's right, plural. And I'll go to bed and I won't wake up as it goes. The ripe old age of 79. Maybe I'll live longer. I don't know. I'm a crazy guy. And I will find myself in a white, beautiful place, and there'll be pearly gates, and I'm going to walk up, and there's going to be a guy, and he's going to say, let me go and put up your file here, Tim Pool. Oof. All you did was screw with people all the time. I don't know if we want that kind of, and hey, whoa. I was just having a good time. It is insane to me that this is what reality is. You sit in a chair in your basement and repeat lies on the internet that doesn't cost $175 million. Yes, and you're stupid. Yo, it's wow. Look at this guy. John McGlone. He says, I like Tim, but $175 million a year and breaking even, I call complete BS. Oh, man. I saw this story. I struggle to fathom how Timcast IRL costs $175 million per year. That is unfair. $150 million came from Russia. I said, judging by the reactions to most of my tweets, I think I should start a bridge selling business. I could sell the Brooklyn Bridge probably 50 times per day. What serious political commentator is talking about Stephen Colbert right now? This is so lame. This is the world that we live in. I can't believe it got rid of. To be fair, I once said impeach the Queen, and I can't remember what website it was, but they wrote up Tim Pool calls for impeaching Queen Elizabeth, and then they were like, Tim Pool, as an American, doesn't realize you can't impeach the Queen, and it's just like their brains are literally jello. I'm having fun though. You're hanging out in a weekend, and I'm gonna make a really ridiculous thumbnail for this, where it's gonna be like the insane $175 million Tim Pool is making or whatever. And you know what's going to happen is AI is going to pick this story up. I'm going to feedback loop this into the AI so that it starts telling people I make $200 million a year. The machine is broken. Everyone is dumb. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm trying my hardest. Thanks for hanging out. Smash the like button. I'll see you on the next segment.